And today's video with a man that walks away from his woman for not listening to him. My name's Griffin, this is my mind. Stay on the path of progress and let's get into it.
You're telling me as women this is what we fought for? To go to work. To work. In any conditions. Impossible.
Too tired to work, too poor to quit, too old for a sugar daddy, too out of shape to strip. Fine, I'm going back to work.
Fun fact, but it's actually a bit of a myth that women didn't work back in the day. Some women did work. 18% of women actually had jobs, but now it's around 75% of women. Congrats on the equality.
Do you prefer a masculine man or a submissive man?
That's a good question. I want masculine, but also I want him to submit, but only to me.
Submit in what way? What do you mean?
Like take care of me, do what I say,
okay,
when I say.
Would you really want a man to do that though? Wouldn't you want a man to be more dominant?
I do. Like if we're going to dinner, I want him to say, we're going here and we're gonna eat this.
So you like that?
Yeah.
You like it more of a masculine man then, right?
Yeah.
Yo, this clip right here sums up modern women pretty damn well. I want you to lead, but I want you to also do exactly what I tell you to do when I tell you to do it. The masculine leader type of dude doesn't turn it off. He leads always. He's masculine always. And the feminine guys will only do what you tell them to do always, and they will never lead. Cannot have both. They're two different animals. It's like you're out here looking for Bigfoot. It's just not gonna happen.
You know what's funny? Us girls, we will be like, communication is key. And then you'll wake up one day and surprise, we blocked you on everything.
The saying, communication is key, is true, but it's what you are communicating. That is the key. Most people are terrible at communicating about what they want. Women are almost never direct with their communication. They're very subtle. Men today are too afraid to say what they want because they're afraid they're going to upset her. All of this stems from the top down. So if you are leading in the relationship and you see an issue, sit her down, knee to knee, have an honest and open conversation with her. Be straightforward about what is lacking, tell her what it is you want, things like that. Women a lot of times just don't know what they want, okay? Let's just keep it real. But you just being that masculine dominant leader, that will fulfill her.
Your age?
I'm 22.
Are you single?
No.
So you're in a relationship?
Yes.
How long?
A month and a half. But we've been talking for like a while. It's pretty serious.
What made you commit to a relationship as opposed to staying single?
So I normally was like always a single girl, right? But this person has like so much of the qualities that I aspire to be. And sometimes when you meet someone, like nothing happens for chance. And if you meet someone that has a lot of the qualities, sometimes it's worth sacrificing, like being single and having the single life.
So if he said to you, baby, no more girls' nights at the club, you'd be willing to compromise on that for him?
He's already said that, and I've already compromised for that. If it's something that you actually care about, you have to compromise. Like, nothing in life comes easy, right? You have to always give something up to get something else. You want to be successful, you have to give up your time, you have to give up other things in order to work for that. And so it's the same with relationships.
You can actually tell that she genuinely respects her man and she is 100% in his frame. It's always the most calm women that are always in the frame of a strong man. The outfit is definitely questionable, but you really can tell that she respects him.
I think the most disrespectful thing somebody can do to you is if you're texting somebody and they disappear for a few days or even a whole day, like 18 hours, right? And they come back and say, sorry, I was busy. Meanwhile, you saw them posting on social media while they were busy, right? Second of all, you're not the president. You're not that busy. Relax yourself. And third of all, we know your phone is in your hands 24/7. You just treated me like a plan B and a last priority. And now that your phone's dry for a quick minute, you felt like texting me because you thought about me. Nah. We know you were texting other people. We know you were on your phone. We know you weren't that busy. I'm just not a priority to you. And it's simple as that.
That's so true, bro. You know she's not busy, bro. You know she's texting someone else. You know she's on her phone constantly. You're just not that important to her, man. There, I said it, okay? You're getting desperate and you're letting your emotions rule. Oh yeah, I mean, people get busy sometimes. Get fucking real, bro.
Alright guys, today we're gonna be playing Two Truths and a Lie. Let's see if you can point out the truth.
Okay.
Or the lie, sorry. Okay, ready?
Yes.
Alright, so, I have 2 dogs. I have a crush on you.
Okay.
And my sweater is red.
But your sweater's not red. So that's the lie. So you like me?
Maybe.
No! Jacob, no!
No what? Best
friends, why?
I'm kidding. There was 2 lies there. 2 lies. 2 lies and 1 truth, yeah? You know I always love messing around with games.
Actually, this nearly gave me a heart attack. I don't know, I just felt...
What would you actually do if I did like you?
I don't know, like that would just totally ruin the friendship. I don't know if we would ever talk again.
The friend zone doesn't exist. It doesn't. It's the guy she finds attractive but wants all of his free time, money, and attention zone. It's like, bro, you don't even know her. You don't even love her. You've fallen in love with the fantasy idea of her. You build up this fantasy in your head because you're desperate and you have no options. Stop lying to yourself, bro.
Catherine, I caught you once again cheating on me. All I want is my clothes and I will leave. May I please have my clothing items so I can get the hell out of the house?
I asked you to leave anyway.
I am leaving. Can I please have my clothes?
You can come back later.
No, I'm not coming back.
Well, then you can call.
My clothes are right there. All I need is the things in the dryer. That's it, and I'm out of here. Can you please move out of the way so I can get my clothes and I will leave?
You can call the cops.
So that you can be with Michael.
You can call the cops.
I don't want to call the cops. I just want my clothes and I will leave.
Okay.
May I please have my clothes?
No.
Why? Why can't you just go be with him? Why do you have to string me along?
Okay, so I don't have any context to this one. Seems like she's just salty she got caught cheating. I bet he was paying the bills or something like that, so now she's salty that she's not gonna have anyone to pay her bills. But be very aware of tactics like this, okay? This is a tactic that toxic people use. This isn't just a woman thing. Toxic dudes do this as well. Essentially, they hold your things hostage, just a way so they can keep their hooks in you longer. Just another reason for them to come around. They use your own things to basically draw you back in, try and pull you back into that toxic cycle. That's a dangerous type of person to be around. If I were you, bro, I would consider those clothes just gone and done. Just leave, bro. Clean slate, just get a new start.
Genuinely believe that if you are not the cheerleader and fan of your partner, that you're not that far away from the ruin of that relationship. Like, there are 8 billion people in the world, and you picked this person as the one you're going to have the most intimate relationship with. If you can't have kind words for them the majority of the time, whether to them or to third parties talking about them, you made a wrong choice.
This is not only just intimate relationships, this is just relationships as a whole. You know, friendships, family relationships, all that. Only keep people around you that push you forward, that don't hold you back. So here's how you test this, and it's the easiest thing ever. Hang out with someone, okay? Anyone. After you are done seeing that person, just check in with yourself. Generally, how do you feel, okay? More motivated? A little bit sad? Are you a little bit happy? Just check in. If the majority of the time it's negative, you have to cut that person off. It's a brutal reality, but bro, you have to understand, your mind is a temple, dude. Execute all of those negative thoughts out of your head. And being around toxic people that try and pull you down is a black hole.
I am f***ing done. I am done. I am done begging a mother to love me. Done begging him to spend time with me. Like, I swear, some of us women have more balls than you coward-ass men. You take good women. You take good women and you break us down till we can't take no more, till every man we see makes us want to vomit. I don't know what it's like to be in the presence of a real man, a leader, somebody that you know is going to protect you.
Why is this posted online? Why do you record yourself doing this? I'm uncomfortable just watching this. Why are you on TikTok breaking down, complaining about your love life? If I was dating a girl and I found out she was posting like these type of breaking down videos on TikTok, bro, that's the red flag in itself. But also the funny thing with these types of videos, notice how they never say anything specific. It's always, oh, he was awful, he was toxic, I bent over backwards for him. Like, all of these just ambiguous buzzwords. Like, I have no context beyond this clip, but the only thing she's communicating is crying. That's it. There's no actual information she's saying.
Baby, come on. You searching for flowers. I'm about to leave you. Come on. I'm literally going to leave you. I'm literally going to leave you. I'm literally leaving you. No. No. Come on. Get in. Get in the car. Get in.
Why are you being like that?
I told you when I say I'm ready, let's go.
Okay, please hold on.
You've been picking flowers for like 20 minutes, baby. Are you crying?
But I said wait.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you like that. I wasn't gonna leave you. But at least you got your flowers. What? All that time for this?
He's got the boundaries, bro. You don't comply, you get punished. It's that easy. You can't blame him.
We are getting our arms involved in a lot of things, and we're busy doing and juggling millions of things. But what we are saying is, you know, you have to handle us, and you have to handle our full-time job as well.
What a deal, huh? Nice. Work your entire life, build up all of your value, and now your prize, what you get at the end, a headache. What a great trade-off.
How many people you've been with?
How many people have you been with?
None of your business.
All right.
It doesn't matter.
You're a tough interview.
Yeah.
You got a lot of secrets, huh?
You know what? It doesn't matter. If I'm dating you, I'm your present and your future, so.
Yep, that's a big yikes, my guy. It's a big yikes.
His wife is currently being canceled because she created a PS5 time schedule for her husband where he has to do various different things just so he could play his PS5. I just want to say really quick, the wife is not the girl in the video in the beginning. I just feel like that is how she would act. So this is the time schedule right here. So for 30 minutes to play on his PS5, he has to give his wife a foot rub. For 40 minutes, he has to give his wife a back rub. For an hour without playing online, so he can't play with his friends, he has to cook dinner for an hour to play on his PS5.
Yo. Dude, she's treating her man like he is an actual child. And even worse, he's actually putting up with it. This dude is a legit loser, letting your woman just walk all over you. When women are put in a position where they have to lead or they are just leading, they will almost always abuse that power that they have. You have to understand that women are emotional, and this is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But when it comes to being a rational, logical leader, as you should be, emotions cannot play heavily into that. And also you have to keep in mind, these are the rules for him, because you just know there are dudes in her past that didn't have to do any of this.
You cheated on me with.
I think I'm late to the game on this one, but the comments on this video were fucking ruthless. The definition of don't let your girlfriend stop you from finding your wife? He definitely upgraded. Understandable. Have a great day. This is my favorite. She couldn't even find a bad pic of her.
I have a question for the men. Do you guys still want to get married? Like, is that still a thing? Or is it just pressured because of how society is? Or is it something that you guys generally want? I'm just curious on your opinion on it.
I think most men do actually want to get married, but there are so many things that have divided that bond between men and women. Womanism, modern women, equality, marriage laws, social media, online dating, so much has just torn men and women apart from each other. But leave a comment. Would you get married and why wouldn't you?
I'll cut her off. Listen, this is how I'm trying to tell you how deep he's like. This is how I will go. I'm on the phone with her. She says, bro. I'm like, yo, don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't like to get called that. Don't call me bro. Oh, I call everybody bro. I call my mom bro. I'm not your mom. I don't care who everybody is. I'm not them.
I was talking to this girl one time and I liked her fine enough, but at one point she called me dude. I stopped talking to her, lost all interest. Women that talk like men are an instant turnoff. Dude, bro, man, get them out of here.
Study last year, which came out in the news just a couple weeks ago, showing that the percentage of young men ages 18 to 29, 63% of them are not in a relationship. That is, they're not married, they're not in a steady relationship, they're not dating, they are single. 63%, nearly 2 out of 3. These trends towards singleness, not being in relationships, not being married, is bad for our society, it's bad for the individuals. And this should alarm people that as we continue down this road, these figures only appear as though they're likely going to be getting worse. Data also shows that they're less likely to pursue it at all. And this bodes very poorly for our society. I think we have to acknowledge that our principles in place for dating, for relationships, for intimacy, these changes that we've instituted in our society are not working well. And our only way is to undo many of the things that we have done and get back on a course that does work to support marriages, relationships, and family life.
All of this stuff truly just leads to one thing, and that is depopulation. If men and women can't figure it out, we can't figure out how to get along, be in relationships together, this trend is just going to continue down the hill, and it's going to get worse and worse. If we just look at this in the most simple way possible, we see, okay, men and women are not getting together. They're not starting families, they're not having babies. What does that mean? It's very, very simple. It means we are not going to have a future generation. Our population will be significantly less because simply there's just not as many babies being born. It's truly a grim future for the West.
If you wanted to, do you think you could like pretty quickly like get a new guy?
I know that if I didn't give a shit about the quality of the relationship, I could get a boyfriend in 5 seconds.
In 5 seconds.
I do. And in general, when I think I'm delusional, I know that they're wrong and they live in a very binary understanding of love and attraction. And they're not willing to see things like outside of a different perspective. So people who are like committed to misunderstanding me or the plus love experience, I have no interest in debating the validity of my right to have love.
Did you get a lot of people DMing you like with the romantic interest?
Not to sound cocky, but that's something that continually happens. And so I just don't take it seriously because I have standards. I have things that I want and things that are important to me. Attraction is important.
Bro, do you guys want to know the brutal reality? She's telling the truth. She does have options because there are so many men out there that have no standards for themselves. They are so desperate that they will truly get with anything that breathes. Doesn't matter her behavior, her personality, how she looks, just out of sheer desperation, those guys will be lining up. That's the West, bro.
I don't know if people are aware of this, but the most important decision you will ever make in your life after choosing to believe in God is the mate you choose to spend the rest of your life with. Your mate will either inspire you to grow into your greatness or they'll confine you to complacency. They'll either be your other half or they'll make you half of yourself. The Honorable Minister Farrakhan said, like, a good relationship will make you more youthful and bring out the best in you, and a bad one will age you prematurely and bring out the worst. So choose wisely.
I've definitely noticed this with different women that I've been with, because depending on her personality, different parts of your personality will be amplified or decreased. And the most ideal situation that you can find yourself in is where your woman amplifies all of the best qualities about you. Pretty obvious, right? But getting with a woman that amplifies all of your negative qualities, bro, that is a black hole. It leads you into a toxic wasteland.
A man take you for a first date?
I would say a nice dinner.
Nice dinner.
Yeah. Or that. Or that.
That's okay for a first date?
Take me out to dinner first.
How long should a man last?
Well, when I'm ready for them to nut, I hit them with the secret whipping, and I'll let them know. How long do you last?
I mean, you gotta find out.
She'll find out. Give her your number.
Men need to toughen up, and I think if men were forced to be homeless, they would learn how to be better.
You know what? I think there needs to be an update on the pod laws, man, because it seems like anybody with a mouth and a microphone can make a podcast, man. And that just ain't, it's not healthy for society, you know? Like, yeah, bro. I know they say everybody is entitled to their opinion, but sometimes I just strongly disagree.
Dude, men should be forced to be homeless. Do y'all realize how none of this ever gets any attention? Imagine going through your entire life never being checked, never being told no, never being told that's a stupid idea. That's a lot of modern women today, bro. They go through life just drifting from fantasy to fantasy.
Men fully understand the dating market that they are in, and when they see a good girl, a wifey material girl, let me tell you, he will let nothing get in the way of saying, she's mine. But not in a crazy, obsessive, love bomby way, like, oh my God, I'm so obsessed with you, I want to see you every single day, you're mine. Like, calculated. He will act so certainly. He will move at a certain speed. He will take it slow. He is not going to let anything get in the way of this connection up because he wants it. He knows that it's good and he wants it. So honestly, as a woman, if you are dating, all you have to do is sit back and relax. He will make the moves. He will lead. He will plan the dates. He will follow up. All you have to do is, when you hang out and you enjoy your time together, send him a little text and say, I enjoyed that so much, thank you. That's literally all you have to do. He will do the rest.
She is correct about men taking the lead with the women that they like, but women should not just sit around and wait for it to happen. Women need to put themselves in situations where they're more likely to meet that, you know, high value guy. A lot of women have this just sit back and wait, oh, he'll just come to me, no problem, kind of mentality. And then they do nothing, sit at home, swipe on Tinder endlessly, smack 30, realize they're alone, and can't figure out why that is. If you want something, you have to do what's necessary to get it. Otherwise, you're just playing the lottery.
The one thing you wish everyone around you knew about getting divorced.
Everyone always prepares you that whenever you're going through a divorce, losing your husband or wife, you go through a grieving process, grieving for the loss of your marriage, the loss of your hopes and dreams together. But one thing that they really don't prepare you for is the loss of a friend, the loss of your best friend, the person that you always wanted to tell your day and to tell, your small wins and your small victories. And I wasn't prepared for that. I wasn't prepared for feeling that way, even when you're not together and haven't been together. Just having that desire to have them as a friend again.
Throwing all that out the window. All of those years and years and years of compatibility, reliability, friendship, the bond built. Throw it out the window. I don't know the backstory, don't know this chick, but just throwing it all away because TikTok said so, huh? That's the typical game plan. That's what usually happens. The social media brainwashing gets in the brain and they nuke their life.
How long have you been together?
Almost 3 years.
3 years?
Yeah.
Damn. Out of 10, like how much do you like her?
Like on a scale of 1 to 10. It's about a 10.
Whoa! What about you? What do you say?
Yeah, 10.
Hell nah, bro. The hesitancy and the unenthusiasticness, is that a word? It is now.
You gotta compete for your man if you want that man to realize that you are a keeper. See, Americans are a rarity and a specialty here in Germany. So when my husband, back then boyfriend, came to visit me in Germany back in 2006, I had to prove to him that I was better than everybody he dated before and that I'm going to be better than everybody that he could possibly date in the future. So I took the man on trips, I bought him everything that he wanted to have and stuff that he didn't even want to have, and I had to let him know, look, I adore you. I appreciate you coming all the way from America to Germany and come visit me, and I have to prove to you, and I will do everything and anything that is in my power to show you that I am the one. Why am I saying this? I just want to tell you, gentlemen, that there are women who will compete for you. So ladies, compete for your man if you want him to know that you're a keeper. And if you don't want to compete for him, don't be mad if he doesn't want to compete for you.
A term that I keep hearing bandied about on here is hitting the wall. Several men have said that I have hit the wall. I'm not going to let that get me down because upon further research, the term refers to any woman over age 29 because by that age she has allegedly lost all of her sexual desirability and therefore hit the wall. Men, do some of you really believe this to be true? Let me know.
The so-called wall that we talk about sometimes, way more of a mental thing than it is a physical thing. It happens to women when they realize that they can no longer compete with a younger version of themselves. That's basically a direct quote from Brother Shmasi, by the way. It's when she personally realizes that her marketplace value has gone downhill and she needs to cash out of the casino, so to speak. And that's always when you start to see the more desperate side of women. After they have that realization in their own head. Guys stop hitting on them, they stop getting free drinks at the bar. She realizes her desirability is now lower. So now she's freaking out, trying to settle down and have children with just whoever's around.
In one night. At the same time, not at the same time, this is the crazy part. They didn't know that I was taking turns on each of them. Because I would just be the one that was awake. And then I'd wait for him to fall asleep. And then I'd move on to one of his friends. And I did this with the whole group. Oh my god. In one night, yeah. That is crazy.
You guys might wonder why I even show clips like this, because in no way am I trying to portray every woman as this woman. That is not my intention whatsoever. I show clips like this because this is the exact opposite of what the mainstream media is pushing. The mainstream media pushes, oh, every single woman in the world is sugar and spice and everything nice. They've never done anything wrong in their entire lives. But in reality, women are human. They're just people, okay? Women can do good things and women can do bad things. And I show stuff like this to try and balance that out a little bit more, to undo the MSM brainwashing that a lot of you guys have gone through. There are some women out there that do some downright dastardly deeds, and you need to be aware of that so you know how to avoid them.
Don't know why this man is staring at me. I'm pretty sure it's because he fancies me or he thinks I'm a weirdo. Let's go. He's about to pass. Do you see him? It's giving me the heebie-jeebies.
Imagine thinking you're Halle Berry, you're a Megan Good, a Megan Fox sitting down and everybody's just staring at you. He didn't even look in her direction.
Just so entitled and so in her own bubble. The dude glanced at her and she's like, oh, he's obsessed with me. The attention from social media has truly ruined an entire generation of women.
My keys, I've got my handbag. I need my wallet.
It's always insane to me that there are men that put up with this. Just realize this situation, bro. She goes to her boyfriend and she's like, hey, well, I had this idea where you're just portrayed as this weakling little wallet that's basically useless. And he goes, yeah, you know, I am a useless wallet, yeah. So let me do that. Just zero self-respect. Do you think any self-respecting man would be caught in a video like that? Hell no.
If you are engaged and the wedding never happens, who keeps the ring?
The man, because the ring is a symbol of your commitment to me. The ring is a symbol of your affection to me and your intention to be with me.
Yeah.
So if the intention is not there, why is the ring associated with the intention being kept with me? It's almost like, why am I keeping a ring that represents nothing?
What's going on is that my birthday is February 10th. And my boyfriend just won 2 free tickets to Vegas for the Super Bowl, which is essentially on my birthday. And he's abandoning me and taking his best friend instead.
Wait a minute. Let me explain. I'm not abandoning her. We can do something before or after. I've told her that so many times. So many times.
Okay, but listen, Derek, you could take me, and you're choosing to not take me, leave me all alone on my birthday.
Wait, Derek, who are you taking with you?
Bring someone else.
I'm taking my best friend. I'm taking my best friend, Brad. We've known each other for years. We watch the game every Sunday. I can't not take him.
So he's a big football fan. Are you a football fan, Megan?
Well, I'm not necessarily a fan of football, but I'm a fan of Vegas.
Yeah.
Okay? Listen, also Taylor Swift is probably going to be there.
He won tickets, which is basically a once-in-a-lifetime kind of thing. She should be more understanding, even though the timing is not the best. But leave your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you think.
I'm 31, and I want the marriage, I want the kid, like I want the whole thing. And this is new news. This is just up until last month that I decided that. So for everyone, now I am ready for that. No cheating, no being shady, I can talk about it. And if you can't deal with that, you. Anyway.
So I don't know if you guys have seen this girl before, but this is the same girl that said you have to show your bank statement on the first date. And she also said she's a reformed cheater. Definitely wifey. But you just know there is some dude out there that is gonna be so happy that he gets her. Oh, the divorce courts are in your future, my friend. This poor man. This poor ignorant man.
I am, yes. Unfortunately, I'm not married at 33, and I have committed myself to abstaining until marriage. So
why is it that you chose to wait until marriage, especially as a man in modern day?
Honestly, it was a decision that I made when I was really young. This might sound a little crazy, but when I was really young and I had crushes on other girls and they may have had a crush on me and then maybe they developed a crush on somebody else, I was like, oh, well, is she really mine? And now that she's had, a relationship with somebody else or a crush on somebody else, or she kissed somebody else. And I thought there's got to be some level of physical intimacy that is supposed to be just between me and my eternal partner. I want to be able to provide that commitment to my wife.
So all of this sounds so good on paper, but man, in reality, trying to find that relationship where both of you have not had partners in the past, in today's world, it's 0.00001% odds. If that, the odds are so against you, bro. And this is something that would be great. In an ideal world, it should work out this way. But this whole idea of finding a woman who doesn't have a past, you also don't have a past, you both get married, start a family, and run off into the sunset, it is unfortunately a dead idea. It just does not happen anymore. To keep it real, I mainly hear this idea still being talked about from the men, not so much the women. A lot of the Western women today have a colorful past. Truly unfortunate, but it's an outdated idea, especially if you live in the West.
I was single, I was 24, and the dating pool was everyone. And now it's like a shallow puddle of age-appropriate men who are old and gross, and I don't want to do that.
This generation has turned loyalty into a luxury. Let me explain. Why is it that now, all of a sudden, someone being loyal is like a f***ing prize? When in reality, that should be the expectation. That should be the bare minimum of a relationship. When you choose somebody, you are now committed to that person. And so frankly, it's really sad that we now live in a time where if you're not getting cheated on all the time, it's a great relationship. You got one of the good ones just because they're not cheating on you. That should be the bare minimum. We shouldn't even be talking about loyalty in a relationship. And I think that just because social media has come into play, now that you have a million options at the tip of your fingers, it's so much easier to cheat. It's so much easier to not be loyal. It has now gotten way easier to hide. Because now you don't just have to go out to a bar, you have to actually interact with human beings in order to cheat. It just takes your fingers typing a sentence.
She hits the nail on the head, actually. Loyalty shouldn't even be a question. That's essentially the point of a relationship, is you're both loyal to each other. But I've seen it so many times, especially from like clip shows too, where the women will be listing loyalty as like an actual thing that they bring. Like it's not a given. But loyalty is one of the cores of a relationship. If it's not there, there's no relationship.
How's your man? Well, he actually just blocked me on everything, but I'm taking it as a positive sign that he wants to talk to me so bad, but he's just trying to make a boundary so he won't be too obsessed with me, right?
When I got blocked, I knew that that was when it was gonna be like a forever thing.
Yes!
Because it's about the long game.
They love a slow burn.
You know what? One thing about men is they love a strong, emotional, intense, slow burn relationship with no contact, no intimacy.
Like, he won't even see me anymore, but I think it's because he's so
he
into
can't
me.
control himself.
He can't control how
like,
much
it would
he
just
loves
be
me.
too much.
Exactly.
Men's hearts are so big.
Exactly.
And sometimes it's overwhelming for them when they just feel things so deeply.
This
you know?
random anonymous Instagram account watched my story, and I just know for a fact that
it was a f***ing burner account.
So they say women can't be funny. This is that was pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie. Rare woman comedian W.
Say it because no one else is. Feminism's gone way too far. Okay? Men can't even look in the same direction for too long at the gym because they're terrified someone's recording them and then blast them all over the internet later on. Can't ask for a phone number because you might also look like a creep. Really can't even exist at this point without apologizing, and I'm tired of it because they're the same women that complain that no man talks to them or approaches them. You know what? You want him to go up to you? You have to go up to him at this point because that's the reality you've all.
No other generation in history has ever had to swipe through dating apps and look at pictures of men on the internet that are from 5 years ago and then meet them out at stupid restaurants and pretend to like the stupid drinks they order just for them to 3 days later say that this is not gonna work out. Then why did we go on the date, Jason? Why? I'm sick of seeing everybody my age get engaged and tell me, just get back out there. Where? We're in hell.
Tell me you just hit 30 without telling me you just hit 30.
Everyone always says it's gonna be okay, but no one really knows that. That's just what you say. I just feel like it's a little bit unfair. I'm so over waiting. Like, when is it gonna be my turn? What did I do wrong? The thing is, I don't even want to be getting married or having kids right now, but I'm just starting to get nervous. What is wrong with me? I don't know why it's so easy for some people. I just feel like I'm never gonna find the person, if I even have a person. And I don't want to sit around swiping on dating apps and going on these first dates where you just sit down and you're like, let's see if we like each other. It just feels so forced. I don't want to be alone forever. I feel like we're playing musical chairs, and if I don't spend time on it right now, then I'm going to be the last one standing up when everyone sits down and everyone's going to get married and start having kids, and then I'm just going to be like the last single person and no one is going to have time for me. Like, I didn't have a bad childhood. It wasn't like super traumatic. But then, like, if it wasn't purity culture that messed me up and made me afraid to like date and take risks, then what is it? Like, why am I such a pussy? I just feel like I'm always working so hard on something. I'm always working toward a goal. Like, when is it gonna be my turn to like fall in love and relax and like chill?
So here's the thing, she's saying things like, when is it my turn? When is it gonna happen to me? Like, you just show up to the husband's store and wait in line to get one. Inaction is a plague of today. You will not get what you want unless you work to get that thing. If you want that good man, what are you doing to find that good man? Are you making yourself into a better, more marriageable woman? Are you putting yourself in the right places? You're not, so you're not gonna find a man, you're gonna end up alone. That's life. I don't make the rules, bro. This is just how it works. I mean, the nose ring kind of said everything to begin with. Let's keep it real.